Hey everybody, it's me, Bevels. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing Canada's Drag Race Season 1, Episode 7. We're not going to do it alone. At the end we have a very special guest, Alexis P. Bevels. And I think today the P probably stands for probably the most famous guest I've had on my channel. But before we go ahead and jump into the review, my merch is coming out next week, so get ready for that. I'm gonna have a special guest again next week, so get ready for that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so they get back to the workroom and Scarlet Bobo is a little bit pressed that she hasn't won a challenge yet. She feels like she really deserves it. But does she? And in the next day, in the workroom, Brooklyn Heights walks in and announces they are gonna star in Drag Race's very first pageant. Me, a glamour queen? The pageant isn't just any pageant. They are assigned characters by Rita because she won the last challenge. It's improv. So we'll get to see who's really funny and who's really not. So Brooklyn Heights does a walkthrough. Nothing really happens with that walkthrough. But when she's talking to Lona gets her little two-spirit story. And as a Native American, I really love that storyline because that's where it kind of comes from, indigenous culture. I would really love to talk about that here on my channel one day. So let's go ahead and jump into this pageant. They're all Miss something, you know? So when they did the introductions, the only two standouts for me were really Jimbo and Lemon. I know, surprisingly, the two girls that I'm not that fond of. So for the talents, Alona's painting was kind of cute. Like, I didn't like see it going to her, rubbing it all over her body, and it was like very like artsy, like. But that was probably like the only good thing she did this whole challenge. JK Kimura. And honestly, when Priyanka was doing her interpretive dancing, I felt like she wasn't excelling, even though she had a baby. And then Jimbo, he was doing some bird calls. He was a little bit funny, you know, I lived for him. He made the crowd laugh. And Scarlet, she was pretty one note this whole episode, or at least in the pageant. Like, she didn't give me anything other besides like ditzy, like, oh. And Lemon is a mime. It was cute, but it wasn't funny. You know what I mean? Like, it was whatever. And Rita as wrapping that present, like, obviously, like, there was no talent involved, but like, she was hilarious. Like, was it just me, or did Jeffrey look like extra sexy in this like episode? So while they're getting ready for the runway, the Lona versus Scarlet battle continues. Honestly, I think Scarlet is crazy and Lona just seems selfish. Like, I don't know, she fights with everybody. And while they were getting ready, they were also talking about body positivity and loving your body, and yeah, love your body, sis. So let's go ahead and jump into the runway. I really loved Alona's pastel look. I love that beaded top. Yeah, it was really crowded, but like, honestly, if she would have just got rid of those necklaces, the earrings could have stayed. Like those jewels were everything. And then Lemon came out serving conceptual toddlers and tiaras. I love the little crown, but that was like the only thing I really loved. The dress wasn't that innovative and the hair was like And then Rita came out. She was serving sexy in that dress. I was just as lesbian as her haircut for her. Then there was Priyanka, and she was really serving like Princess Jasmine realness. I love that dress. It was so like beautiful. And then Jimbo came out. He kind of reminded me of like Cindy Lou Who if she was an elder. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm sure the gays are gonna live because Jimbo can do no wrong. And then Scarlet Bobo came out. She was serving very pageant. She was serving glamour. But just something was off about her. Like, I don't know really what it was. So that's that. And Rita's trying to talk to Jimbo, but Jimbo just goes off. I think she calls her like ugly. She starts calling her all these names, calling her outfit ugly, calling her hair ugly. Like, Jimbo just pops off. Like, obviously she's the girl I knew she was. So, Lemon wins the episode. Honestly, they could have gave it to Scarlet, but like, whatever, I don't care that much. And in the bottom, it's Jimbo, Alona, and Priyanka, but Jimbo is safe, and it's Alona versus Priyanka. Honestly, Alona served it during that lip sync. Like, I don't know if I just had my Priyanka goggles on, but like, of course I lived for her. But luckily and thankfully, Priyanka wins. Oh my god, and I'm so happy. Alright, so those are my homosexual opinions on this episode. So let's go ahead and get into our very special guest homosexual opinions, Alexis P. Bevels. Hey everybody, it's me, Bevels. I'm here with my very special guest, Alexis P. Bevels. And Alexis, what does the P stand for today?
Oh my goodness, Potomac, because I'm watching The Real Housewives of Potomac now.
And how is that? I actually saw it was on TV the other day.
I'm going back in time. I'm starting with season 4 because that's what's on Hulu. I've never watched it before, and my friend Darby is obsessed with it, so I'm getting on the train now.
Yes. Speaking of obsessed shows, you know, we're all obsessed with Drag Race. We are keeping up with Drag Race Canada. And this week in particular, did anything stand out to you?
Yes, a couple of things. First of all, Scarlet Bobo. This wasn't like important to the program, so I hope it's okay. Scarlet Bobo cutting bangs into that wig. Do you know how hard it is to cut bangs?
Yes, I actually have a wig that has like a horrible like V-cut bang. I was like, I just want baby bangs like the lace is showing.
Like special bang, like Courtney Cox Scream 3 bangs. Oh my God. Yeah, so that stood out to me. Also, the talent portion in this pageant, I'm gonna say something controversial. You don't, I mean, besides like your runway and your lip syncing sometimes and your style and your personality, you don't really get to show off your talents. So this was really exciting. There's not really anybody that I don't see deserves to be there. Like, I think everybody, like, I really don't know who's going to get to the top because they all have really good positives. And they're just all hitting different spots for me.
Yes, but if you had to pick a top 3, who would you pick?
Okay, I am going to say Priyanka because I think she slays and I think she gets really good talking heads and I love her looks. I honestly don't know. Jimbo is so funny to me. And he's got a little streak of anger, which we saw tonight, which I identify with. when things aren't going my way, I can kind of lash out. So I identify with that. So I'm going to say Priyanka. I'm going to say Jimbo. And honestly, I think Scarlet, I know she hasn't won anything yet, but I think Scarlet is top 3 material. I love her. I want her to get out of her head. I want her to get over this thing she has with Lona. But I think if she can do that, we can get somewhere.
Yes, and every time I hear Scarlet, I just hear Scarlet Bobo, your looks are a no-no, like from that story challenge. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's just that line has stuck with her for like the whole season for me. I don't know.
Well, not tonight. Would you agree?
Yes, she always looks good though. I'm not saying her looks are bad at all, but like that line is attached to her name in my head. Like I say Scarlet and the rest like follows.
It's a clever rhyme.
And I know you guys do IMHO, and I saw you guys sharing that purple wig, and I actually sent it to my friend. I was like, I want to wear this wig. Like the sisterhood of the traveling wig. So if I'm ever on IMHO, I would really want to wear that wig.
Well, I'll tell you what. Actually, there's not one wig. It's 2 wigs. Darby saw that and she said, give me that wig. And, and I was like, no, but here's the Amazon link. And she ordered it and had it sent to my house. And she said, style it the exact same way. And I said, okay, you're the boss. Yes. But thank you. I'll totally make you one when you come on IMHO.
The power of the purple wig.
Yeah, it is kind of sisterhood of the traveling wig. That's a funny idea.
So I do want to go back a little bit and talk about you a little bit. And spoiler alert, you did win Camp Wannakiki. And how was that experience? And did it change in Chicago for you after you won that?
Yeah. Well, it was really fun. Mostly because you hear the girls on Drag Race and other shows disappear for like weeks at a time. And then when I heard about this and they told me it was only going to be a week, I was like, I can do a week. Like, even if I do poorly, it's just a week of my life. Who cares? But I ended up winning. And it has changed a little bit. Like, I definitely think having a title gets you a little bit of like when I came back, I did a show here at Berlin nightclub and they put me as the headliner. And I was like, wait, what? I'm the headliner? Because Chicago's always been really nice to me, but it was definitely the first time coming back and having that be a thing. It was very, very cool. I'm still kind of not used to it, but yeah, it has been really great. Everyone's been really nice that's seen it. And you know, I think season 3 is happening soon. So hopefully more people will see it, and then they'll go back and watch season 1. And yeah.
That's amazing. And would you ever want to like audition for something else? Be like one of the first crossover queens? Like maybe Drag Race or Dragula? Do you see yourself on Dragula?
No. I don't see well, okay, no, I don't see myself ever auditioning for Dragula because I'm always up for any challenge and I will do it. Like I would love to audition for Drag Race. I've done it once. Have you ever auditioned?
I've done it once, and then the next year I didn't audition. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. I did it once for season 10, and then the next year I was like, let me try, and then I was like, ugh, it takes so much effort.
Yeah, I might try again soon, so who knows?
Yeah, you should. We need more bearded representation up on that show.
Yes, that would be amazing. The first bearded queen.
Yes. Of course. Thank you so much for
promote?
having me. Please feel free to come on over to IMHO and we do RuPaul's Drag Race reviews. Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Alexis Bevels. I'm on Twitter, the same name. I've never had crabs.
And I saw you were just doing a new show. What is that? Like singing, Two Queens Singing with Darby?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Darby and we did it before the quarantine for a couple of months. At this amazing bar, Elixir in Andersonville. And they called us and they were like, we're setting up a patio. Would y'all come and sing outside? And we were like, yes, we're poor. We need the money.
Amazing. Like, well, I'm so happy you got that opportunity and you get to perform again.
Thanks.
Well,
That's
thank
great.
you so much, Alexis. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Alexis, for being part of this episode. Don't forget, my merch is coming out next week. I'm gonna have a special guest again next week. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other YouTube stuff. So, bye, bae.